Hey everybody, welcome to a Wednesday afternoon edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. It's windy, warm, sticky, more thunderstorms coming. We had some hellacious storms last night. Roads are flooded, limbs are down. It's a mess, there. We're under thunderstorm warnings, flash flood warnings, all kinds of warnings. Been some nasty weather, sounds like it's going to keep up all week, so I got to work the next 3 nights, so I figure I better get out on one decent day before the storms come in again. I'm going to do only my second beer from Shipyard Brewing out of Maine, Portland, Maine. I'm going to do their Double Thumper, or Double Old Thumper Ale. There's apparently well, I'll read from the bottle, a little bit from the website. It says, Double Old Thumper is the big brother of the British Grand Champion Beer Old Thumper Extra Special Ale, which was created in 1979 by veteran British brewer Peter Austin, founder of the Ringwood Brewery in Hampshire, England, and brewed in the United States solely by Shipyard. I've never had Old Thumper, so got nothing to compare this with. Apparently it's an ESB is what they're saying. Let's see. Shipyard's master brewer Alan Punsley trained at the Ringwood Brewery before moving to the United States 25 years ago. Double Old Thumper was created by Pugsley and has 11.2% alcohol by volume. Quote, despite its strength, this beer is a great example of balance between malt and hops, lending to a surprising drinkability, noted Pugsley. There's a whole lot more there, but 11.2% ABV, it's a big one, so I'll put the rest down below, but I'm not going to read it. See if I can get this foil off. Doesn't come off real cleanly. Well, it's sticking to the cap anyway. But rest of it came off neatly, so just going to use my generic nonic glass here. Got a little bit of a, it's humid, took it out of the cooler, it's got a little haze on it, so I'm definitely not, oh, twist off, can you believe that? Okay. Kind of disappointed already. I'm not going to pour a ton of this because I'm going to seal the 11.2%, I'm going to seal this up, save the rest for another time. But anyway, we got a deep, well, it's fairly translucent, copper color. Had about a finger of a slightly off-white, really creamy head, moderate amount of carbonation streaming up. Looks about right for an ESB, so let me get a nose on it. Okay, I'm getting some toffee, butterscotch, some mild spices, a little bit of sharpness from the hops, but it's really earthy, kind of sweet smelling. There's a faint like juicy fruit in there, maybe like some apples. Picking up a little bit of that 11.2% ABV, that's for sure. But this is mostly malt and just a little bit of hops, that's for sure. So let me give it a taste. Oh yeah, there's a seriously strong malt backbone in this. It's got a medium hoppy finish, but from start to through the finish, it is sweet malty beer. Little candy, toffee flavors, maybe even a little fig taste in there. A little bit of butter, maybe some tobacco leaf. Picking up the alcohol pretty good too. Like I said, slight hop bitterness there on the finish. There's lots of toasted grains in this, that's for sure. But ESB Sure doesn't really taste much like a BSB to me, but it does. The more you sip on it, it gets slightly bitter, slightly more bitter, but not a lot. Not getting a lot of that fruitiness that I got in the aroma, though. It's kind of woody, a little bitter, but sweet malt is really on top there. That's for sure. Just that slight like earthy bitterness in the finish. It's a medium full-bodied beer, that's for sure. Carbonation is fairly light, so it feels like a full-bodied beer, but I don't think it is. And there's a little bit of that alcohol warming as it's going down the throat. So let me let this warm up a bit, and I'll come back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes or so. It's warmed up considerably. It's an 80+ degree day today, so I'm liking this beer. Is it an ESB? Not to my taste, at least not like any I've had. This is more like an old ale or maybe a light barley wine. It's really malt forward. Really not super drinkable. Definitely a sipper. As it's warmed up, the booze has come out a little bit. That earthy bitterness has come out a bit more in the finish, but it's still not that. I don't know. It's still a very malt forward beer, that's for sure. So I'd like a little more balance, maybe with a little stronger hops in it. As it is, like I said, this is more like an old ale or like I said, light barley wine. So that being said, and with no date on the bottle, I would have probably given, if it had a date on the bottle, I'd have probably given this a 7.5, but I'll cut that half point that I always do. So the double Old Thumper from Shipyard Brewing is going to get 7 out of 10 from me. Decent. It's not worth going out of your way for, but if you like barley wines or old ales, it's worth a shot because, to my taste anyway, that's what it's more like. Wow, really windy today. I hope the sound is coming through on this. I know this camera doesn't handle wind very well, but anyway, 7 out of 10 for the double Old Thumper ale. I'm going to have to, it's available in the state, but not locally, so maybe my next trip out of town, I'll see if I can find an Old Thumper and see how it compares, but 7 out of 10, so till next time everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.